everybody, and welcome to Shaw TV's coverage of the 6th Annual Canada Day Parade. I'm Johanna Ward.
Happy Canada Day. I'm Paul McClellan.
Hi, and I'm Trevor Jurgens from Port Metro, Vancouver.
What an amazing show we have for you guys. The parade followed by the fireworks at 10:30, but it's been an amazing day so far. Perfect sunshine for Canada Day at Canada Place, the largest party outside of our nation's capital, which, trivia guy, that's Ottawa.
Ottawa. I knew that one.
It was a great day. I think we're going to keep that record easily over 250,000 people out celebrating in the sun at Canada Place.
Oh, it was so much fun. There was music, there's entertainment, there was food, there were lumberjacks. And did I say there was music?
Yeah, there was some amazing music down there. Said the Whale was headlining. I love those guys. Vancouver band sing a ton of songs about Canada. Crystal Shawanda was there, amazing country singer from Canada. They were all Canadian. I guess maybe Canada Day was a giveaway for that. Allie Milner, oh, I love her voice. She was just on Go Vancouver with us. So much good stuff for Canada Day entertainment.
And the parade is going to be amazing. Over 50 entries. Really a great celebration of the multicultural landscape in our town and in our country. As we said, followed by the fireworks live at 10:30 right here on Shaw TV. So you guys at home, best seat in the house. Perhaps second best seat would be our gal on the street, Tiffany Gurdon.
I'm here, street side, with a few thousands of my new friends, but that's okay because we all have one thing in common, and that's that we love our nation and want to wish Canada a happy 147th birthday, guys. Can we wish Canada a happy birthday? Yeah! Oh, and just before we leave, guys, let's just, take a quick selfie. All ready? Smile! Back to you guys.
Very cute. Okay, so who's doing the selfies for us? That would normally be you, right?
I'm really bad at them, but I've got a phone here, so I got us covered. Yeah.
Well, I feel like we've got the monitor, so we'll be doing okay. You are throughout today's broadcast, though, going to be testing our trivia knowledge.
I'm playing the role of Regis Philbin. If anybody remembers that show, some
that
trivia.
That makes me Kelly.
Alex Trebek.
All right, that works. Do you guys know your Canada trivia, your history, your facts and fun stuff?
I've been boning up a few years at Canada Place, so hopefully keep me informed.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be looking to you for that. That is not necessarily my area. One thing, you got one for us right now?
I was going to ask, do you want one now, and the viewers at home can play along as well?
Okay, yes, let's do one right now.
Let's go to one. Okay, first question. Canada is a bilingual country, but what is the only officially bilingual province? Is it, I'll give you some options, A, Quebec, B, New Brunswick, C, Ontario, or D, Nova Scotia?
I'm going with B, New Brunswick.
You're guessing New Brunswick. What are you going with?
I'm going with New Brunswick because now I know that's the answer.
Oh, they threw it up early on me.
Saved me.
That's how we play. We'll throw some of those in throughout the parade. So we'll have some fun with that, guys.
Oh, so much fun to be had, of course. That's what a parade is all about, and you can see it happening behind us. This is the Naden Band of the Royal Canadian Navy, a 35-piece military marching band with a drum major. These guys are so great to watch. You can see they're in perfect precision. But not only do they come out to parades and support entertainment, they're also really involved in the community throughout the year. How about charities like the United Way, the Salvation Army, and the Military Family Resource Center?
This is the 6th year that the Naden Band has been here, so it's a real tradition for them ever since the Canada Day Parade started.
A really special thing for us on Shaw TV. Recently, we went out on the HMCS Winnipeg, which is one of the most technologically advanced warships in the world. They went through a recent refit. So again, one of those things that makes us feel pretty proud to be Canadian because we're out there keeping the peace.
Lots of cool stuff. I saw your story there. What was your favorite part on the ship?
I think it was just impressive being able to get the access and go into all the different areas and see what they call the mess. It's actually their sleeping area. In some cases, 33 to a room. Imagine.
And here we have the Vancouver Flag Party. This all-cadet Vancouver Flag Party was established in 2012, and again, you can see the precision. This is an opportunity for cadets to fly the flag, and it's sort of an amalgamation of various cadet troops, including the C 4th Army Cadets, Field Artillery Cadets, and the Captain Vancouver Sea Cadets, among others.
Do I hear the pipes? Do we hear the pipes happening?
Oh, that would be great if there were a wee few pipes in this parade.
And again, one of the cool things about the parade is a chance for us to see all these different groups in the community and get to know a little bit more about opportunities for youth to get involved. We've got the Navy League Cadet Corps right there. There's the Sea Army, the Air Cadet programs, opportunities for boys and girls from 12 to 18 years of age who are Canadian citizens or landed immigrants. Anybody can get involved, along with the St. John Ambulance Brigade.
And this is their second year in the parade, I understand, so they're veterans of this event.
It must be really exciting to be, a youth like that and get to come out here in front of hundreds of thousands of spectators and, show your own pride in your own way.
I remember being a scout when I was younger, and it was a lot of fun to get in on the Canada Day parades. These cadets, similar type of field. It's the time of your life. You're shouting, you're waving. People think you're a big deal. It's a lot of fun.
We have the Seaforth Highlanders of Canada Pipes and Drums. Let's have a listen.
It's taking me back to the hills of Inverness. You know, there's a lot of Scots. It's the 39 Canadian Brigade group. It's their 5th year in the parade. Seaforth Highlanders of Canada Pipes and Drums. Also, the British Columbia Regiment, the Duke of Connaught's own. And oh, is this the howitzer coming up?
Is that a howitzer?
I believe that's a howitzer.
How do you know that?
One of the few left in Vancouver. Jason Garrison just went south, so this is one of the few that's left in town. The 15th Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery. 15th Field is a reserve artillery unit and on parade with their 105mm howitzer. That's a big gun.
This is a big group too, so it looks like all of these groups are together, and it's nice to see. You know, I know there's like some friendly rivalry when it comes between the sea and the air, so it's nice to see everybody kind of coordinating together.
Well, in the end, they all work together. You know, they're all playing for the same team, the red and white.
We're really lucky down at Canada Place today to have the Canadian Forces out again, 3rd or 4th year in a row. And those guys are a huge hit with the public. Everyone gets to climb up on the equipment and sort of handle their own howitzer, if you will. The kids really got a laugh, and they're all dressed up in camouflage gear, so
nice.
Always a good addition to Canada Day.
It is one of the things I think people are surprised when they go down to Canada Day at Canada Place. The whole inside is filled with stuff to do. So there's a one room filled just with entertainment, one room, the forces area, and then of course the gigantic party that happens on the street.
Yeah, this year we had the Go Canada Centre as well, so we had the Whitecaps out and a bunch of other interesting teams. Did you guys know that the Grey Cup's coming to town?
The Grey Cup is coming this year. I'm very excited for that. They're going to have a giant party down at Canada Place, I understand. They roar on the shore. It's going to be a good time. Oh,
have you guys been doing all you could do just not to talk sports? As soon as, you know, is that what happens right away?
We're trying. It is
I know it was a
free
big
agent day in the NHL. So
big day, yeah. Here we have the Royal Canadian Mounted Police E Division, a marching troop made up of the E Division ceremonial drill team.
Yeah, the marching troop is made up of the E Division team. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police remains an international icon, of course, of Canadian identity. So we're getting to see some of the Red Surge out there. These men and women are from local lower mainland detachments, and in addition to various provincial and federal specialized sections, they're all coming together for this one. And then RCMP is a mainstay participant at the Canada Day celebrations, not just here, but across all of the country, of course, because it's the RCMP.
Let's have a listen. We have the BC Sheriff's Service coming up. Again, precision marching, that's going to have to be the theme for today's 6th annual Canada Day Parade.
I was always afraid to do something like that. I think that's why I stayed in Scouts from Cadets. We didn't have to march like this. It takes a lot of precision.
You were a scout?
I was a Boy Scout.
What about you, Trevor?
I was too busy playing hockey and lacrosse.
Okay.
Those are cool too. But you know, Scouts, come on, Scouts Canada. Queen's Venture right here.
Of course. That was one of the things you had down at Canada Place this year as well. There was a hockey area, wasn't there?
Yeah, Nature's Path had some street hockey. Wouldn't be Canada Day without some street hockey.
Oh, I heard the hockey term again. You got, you know.
The Canucks are coming up later in the parade,
Okay,
Joe, so you're just going to have to handle it if I start
Wait
breaking
until-
down
yeah.
some Ryan Miller stuff.
I just giggle nervously whenever these guys talk about sports. For those of you watching at home, it's not my area. Maybe time for a little trivia, though. Let's see what I might be good at.
Some trivia. Well, let's go to the next question. How many oceans border Canada? Now your options are 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I'm going to go with 3, Paul.
You're going 3, Joe?
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3. You guys are too good at this.
Yeah.
It is 3.
We would name them, but instead we'll move on. This is the British Columbia Regiment Irish Pipes and Drums. All volunteers that are in this pipe band, and it's a really diverse group of people, which again is one of the things about this parade and one of the things about Canada Day that, you know, makes us all so proud to celebrate just the diversity in our communities.
The participants in the pipe band are very proud just to celebrate Canada's freedom, which is a big part of Canada Day and something we should appreciate 365 days a year.
It's year 5 for them, or maybe 6 the last 5 years.
One of the big things about today as well, a lot of people, new immigrants become Canadians. At Canada Day at Canada Place, the citizenship ceremony, there were 69 people from 36 different places of origin who became new Canadians. 46 citizenship ceremonies and reaffirmation ceremonies held right across the country.
Wow. I didn't have to do, I feel like I cheated my way in. I was born here. That's really impressive too, and they get to do all those challenging tests that are much more challenging than these trivia questions I'm throwing at you guys.
Yeah, they definitely know they've got it down. Here we have the Vancouver Fire and Rescue Services, so we've got some of the volunteers there waving the flag and hanging out. A big group though, and a lot of these emergency service workers, they say, you know, it's more than just a job, it's really a calling, something to be proud of and something for them to celebrate.
Now the vehicles we're going to see today, a 1942, it's from a few years back. A Ford LaFrance fire truck, which previously served with the University Endowment Lands Fire Department, and the UBC Fire Department amalgamated with the Vancouver Fire Department in '94 to form Vancouver Fire and Rescue Services.
A little bit of a standstill here on the street, so I think it's time to check in with our gal on the street, Tiffany Gurdon.
Yes, I'm on the streets. I'm over here with the gentleman. Now, what does it mean to be Canadian?
Means everything, anything. I will not change it for the world, because that's where it's at. First Nations, Aboriginal, Indigenous, educated, Native. Also referred to as an Indian. But, you know, that's how we be. Canada kicks ass.
All right, now, who did you want to wish a happy Canada Day to?
My family, my friends, and everyone else. I live for 2 reasons, friends and family. Happy Canada Day.
Wonderful. Let's just take a quick selfie here.
Woo, selfie.
Selfie.
Woo, I love selfies.
Ready? That's you guys.
I like that. Live for friends and family.
The
Wouldn't change
lacrosse
it for
stick,
the world.
too. The lacrosse stick on the flag. Oh, I love it. Very Canadian.
Still with the Vancouver Fire and Rescue Services. They have a proud 128-year-old tradition of protecting the people of Vancouver.
Since the beginning, 128 years.
Yeah.
So lots of cool stuff. They were also driving, in addition to that 1942 I mentioned earlier, 2008 Spartan Smeal ladder truck. It's one of the state-of-the-art ladder trucks, one of the most in the world. And the police are coming up behind him.
We've got the flashing lights there. Everything from firefighting to medical first response, high-angle rescue, fireboat operations, all men and women serving with pride and bravery in our communities.
Great point here. The Fire and Rescue Services all fly the Canadian flag proudly and outside of all the halls here across Vancouver and across Canada.
Oh, look at that truck, you guys. I love it.
There it is, 1942. I jumped the gun a little bit on that one, but I'm excited to see this one because it's been in service for so long, back when the University Endowment Lands had their own force there. And right behind it, you'll see that 2008 state-of-the-art ladder truck. It utilizes a high-capacity pump to help fight the high-rise ones. I'm looking at them right now, and I have no idea how you'd fight a fire, but these guys are truly heroic.
I'm wondering, does anyone know the name of the mascot? Is it Smokey Joe? Is that his mascot's
I'm
name?
guessing Sparky. Is this one of our
Sparky?
trivia questions?
It should be. Yes, okay.
Should y'all take a guess? Smokey?
Next
No,
year-
Smokey the Bear, I guess, is
No,
taken.
yeah. I think Sparky works then. That's a good one, too. This really is a favorite for the people on the streets. Little kids, my nephew, he's 7, he goes crazy every time he sees a fire truck come by. And one of the things I've always been really impressed at in our communities is the time that these people take, the firefighters take to like smile at the kids, wave at them, get their photos taken when they've got those opportunities. It's very much about that giving back to the community as well. Ooh, my Whitecaps crush, you guys. Carl Valentine, he's the Grand Marshal for this year's parade. There he is right there. He's an ambassador for the Whitecaps these days, but he also played with them years ago. It was like one of the people that really build the Whitecaps name with the Lenarduzzi's here in town.
Yeah, the Whitecaps are getting more and more popular every year and representing our city really well. They're on a bit of a slide lately, but get out and cheer for them. It's awesome for them to support the Canada Day Parade, and you see them out in the community more and more.
Caps have got a game coming up Saturday, so if people want to support them, get out there. Seattle's in town, and those are always super, super intense.
And if we want to talk, we were talking about the mascots before. One of my favorite mascots is with the Whitecaps. That guy's got the moves. Have you ever seen that one? Again, I can't remember his name. It was like, it used to be Do you know it?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but I remember he is super physical. He's almost up there. Super Grizz back in the day when I was a kid was my favorite because he would like flip through the air.
Okay, we're going to send it back out to the streets with Tiffany Gerd.
Yes, I'm here with Carl Valentine. Now, Carl, how much does it mean for you to be a Canadian?
It means everything for me to be a Canadian. I was a Manchester lad growing up in England, mum and dad and 4 sisters. Never thought I'd be here, Grandmaster, walking in Canada Day Parade. It's just everything, it's magic.
Who do you want to wish Happy Canada Day to?
Everyone that's Canadian, Happy Canada Day!
And can we take a quick selfie?
Yes, you can.
All right. Let's, here we go. Ready? Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Carl Valentine, honestly, sweetest man. I just met him recently. Now, no secret, I'm not a big sports fan. I don't know a lot about sports. Met him, just such a sweetheart. And then I was talking with Fiona Forbes, host of The Rush on Shaw TV, and she said she skipped out of school when she's a teenager just to get his autograph.
Here we have the Port Metro Vancouver float. You'll notice on board a lot of the products that come across through the port and sort of helping with the quality of life that we enjoy here in Vancouver. I bet you guys don't know why it's called Coal Harbour.
I don't?
Well, we've been shipping coal out of Coal Harbour for over 100 years, so that's how it had the name. Port Metro Vancouver is actually a sponsor of the parade this year, and we're a sponsor of Canada Day at Canada Place.
Big day. Showstoppers, they perform down at Canada Day at Canada Place and at other events of the year. The Christmas at Canada Place, I've seen them on the stage there. This is Perry Elrich's group. Just an amazing group of talented youngsters. They do the Gotta Sing, Gotta Dance summer programs.
I've heard if you're a fan of Glee, you're going to be a fan of these folks. For over 14 years, they've appeared all over the place. Concert, TV, radio, numerous conventions, award shows, the 2010 Olympics. They've done it all, and this is their 5th time participating in the Canada Day Parade here in Vancouver.
Following up, we have MP Andrew Saxton and MP Y Young. That's the fun part of a parade, to get to sit there and just do the wave, you know? And they've got that, they're not doing the Queen's wave, they're doing the full-on, like, big arm wave.
And he's got the jersey rocking. I like that too. I can still hear those Glee folks coming from down the street. They got some good voices.
That's why they're the showstoppers.
Oh, it's an 88. I wonder if it's an Eric Lindros. That'd be a cool throwback to 1998. Sorry, no more hockey references.
All this hockey talk.
It's a cool looking car. They're not afraid to put a sign on the side of that one.
So we have another big group following up behind. You can see a number of different flags waving there. The Sri Chinmoy Oneness Home Peace Run. So this is a 20-plus runners that are carrying torches, flags, all to encourage the peace run that is in its 27th year. It's a global event. It's going to be taking place in 100 countries, covering 50,000 miles.
It's going to take them several weeks, so they're getting some practice here, putting in a few miles at the parade. Spirit of peace, something that's near and dear to all Canadians.
First time participating in the Canada Day Parade, and yeah, like you said, put just logged a few miles in on the lakes there.
And they've been doing this for 27 years, though. First year in the parade, but this is an established program, and they do a lot of good. All right, guys, I'm going to throw out another trivia here. We got a little second in between floats. What is the oldest walled city that still exists north of Mexico? Is it A, Montreal, B, Halifax, C, Quebec City, or D, Vancouver? Walled city.
Who came up with all these hard ones?
I did not. I'm just the quiz master. You're going with Quebec City?
I think Joanna's right, keeping all that poutine in.
You guys get them all right. Quebec City is the answer. It's still walled. It's very old school European if you ever go out east.
I have had a chance to visit Quebec City one time, Montreal and Quebec. Yeah, and I loved all the the cobblestone streets. It was just, very beautiful. It was very cold though. And I have to say, growing up here on the West Coast, it's like, that's your mountain? That's the mountain? We're so spoiled here.
It's more of a moment.
Yeah, exactly.
We're spoiled out here.
The Falun Dafa Association of Vancouver. This is a very large group that has been participating since 2009. Falun Dafa is also called Falun Gong, and more commonly heard here in the Western world. An ancient form of mind-body practice that originated in China. It's practiced in over 100 countries around the world, based on the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. Let's have a listen. there's the powerful Tianguao marching band and their dance team. You can see the beauty and the grace there, and of course the beautiful traditional outfits as well. Oh, we can do a little shot of our cameraman there. Shout out to Jim Price.
Lots of bright colors. They've been in this parade since 2009, and they've also been taking part in the Richmond Steveston Salmon Festival Parade on Canada Day since 2003. So they've been doing this, and they look really good out there.
One of the most beautiful floats, I think. And you can see on top of the float, the Falun Gong practitioners, they're dressed in their traditional Chinese costumes, and they're also doing the standing exercises and the sitting meditations that are the sort of the mainstay of the mental and physical health sets of Falun Dafa.
I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. I'm feeling a little stiff here.
Yeah?
We're sitting here. As much as I'm loving the parade, I could use a stretch right now, and it does look very peaceful.
After the float, still part of the Falun Dafa Association of Vancouver. These are the Peaceful Falun Gong Exercise Demo Team and their Dynamic Chinese Drum Team. So again, this is one, I mean, Trevor, you and I have talked about this over the years doing this parade together. This is one of the most beautiful entries to watch because it just really goes on for blocks.
Yeah, the color and just the size and the coordination, the beats, it's great to hear.
And I think I'm seeing some orange coming up behind them.
Uh-oh.
What could that mean?
What does that mean here in Vancouver?
A little bit of orange pride. I think the BC Lions are following up, and hey, the Felines are there with them. BC Lions are here. I don't know, is Leo around too? We're talking about cool mascots in town, one of the best. A couple of players are throwing out mini footballs to the crowd too. Funny story on the weekend, BC Lions stuff. My mom ran into new Lions quarterback John Beck, and she's just like, "Do you know this John Beck guy? He plays football in town or something." Like, the former NFLer John, yeah, John Beck. She had no idea who he was, but she met him and his kids, said he was the nicest guy in the world. So
Paul,
really happy the season's starting.
I have some trivia for you, Paul.
Oh dear.
What is the oldest sports trophy among all professional sports?
I believe that would be the Grey Cup, which is coming to Vancouver, as we said earlier. And the Lions have won it 6 times, I believe, and 3 of those are very recently, too.
Time now to head back out on the streets and check in with Tiffany Gurdon.
Yes, we're with one of the BC Lions, Felines. Now, what is the best part about being Canadian?
Beer. All the beer and Vancouver. Woohoo!
Who do you want to wish a happy Canada Day to?
My mom and my dad.
All right. Can we take a quick selfie? Sure. All right. You guys must be used to this. Smile. Back to you guys.
You can see behind Tiffany and the feline there, members of the Hyatt Festival Association. We have some of the, well, there was the giant float there that they was going, but now we can see some princesses.
Yeah, this is Miss Teenage Canada pageant float, the 2014 finalist. So a lot of our lower mainland communities are represented, including Surrey, Burnaby, the Fraser Valley, and all of southern BC. So these young ladies are showing a lot of poise, getting the wave down, huge smiles, and holding those tiaras up proudly.
Now, where do you get one of those tiaras?
You got to win it, Paul. You got to work hard. You got to win it.
They'll be representing BC in the Miss Teenage Canada pageant happening in July in Toronto, and voting begins July 19th. So you can go to their website, missteenagecanada.com, for updates to send your support.
Miss Teenage Canada, though, I'm probably too late for that. I apologize. I guess I'll have to find Mr. 20 Canada.
If you want a tiara, I think we can get you one.
We'll work on that for next time.
Here we have the Korean Traditional Arts Society. Their big reason for wanting to get involved with the parade, and we hear this from a lot of people, is the opportunity to show the viewers, you at home, and the viewers all over the world, the Korean traditional arts and culture. So just, a really chance to share in the stuff that they love.
All sorts of different stuff they're throwing out right now. The Palchum, the mask dance, Samul Nuri, the drum dance, Bolche Chum, the fan dance. There's also the Sangmo twirling of the long ribbons with their hats, as we saw right there. That's impressive.
Let's have a listen. So much fun happening here at the 6th Annual Canada Day Parade on the downtown streets of Vancouver. Joining Tiffany Gurdon on the street.
Yes, we're here on the streets, and we've got this lovely drum here. What is it called?
Korean traditional drums
called Changu.
Okay. And, of course, the question of the day, what is the best part about being Canadian?
Well, it's just great. The city is really beautiful. The forest, the sea, it's always just great. The scenery's great, people's great, everything's just great.
Wonderful. Can we just take a quick selfie here?
Yes.
All right. All right, back to you guys. Thanks.
Yeah, the Korean Art Society also, they do appreciate the way that wildlife and humans can come together here in Canada and celebrate our natural environment.
And talking about celebrating, I think this is the one that we're all really excited about. Paul,
I
most?
couldn't wait for this one. It's the 501st Legion and Rebel Legion coming in. It's the West Coast Canada division, but you're going to see Darth Vader, you're going to see stormtroopers, and they're all Canadian stormtroopers, so it's very patriotic out there, even if they are Imperials. There's a couple Jedi and Rebels mixed in there. I see a Jedi.
One of the things, too, a lot of these folks make their own costumes, so it's not like they just go out and buy this stuff or rent it at a costume store. Not that I don't love my costume stores, but it's a real commitment here, and it's about raising money and also about celebrating, their love of being sci-fi nerds.
I love that music. Just fills me with such pride, and look at Vader shaking his fist. But they've been doing a ton of charity work in the community. People get their photos taken, they come to events, and the donations that we receive go to local charities. They've been doing that in BC for 10 years. And they just want to show people their Star Wars sci-fi costuming. And it doesn't matter if you're a rebel, they say, doesn't matter if you're an Imperial or even a bounty hunter or a Jedi, you can join their force. Oh my. There's some guns getting pointed at the cameras. Those are important, expensive pieces of machine.
I've been handcuffed by these guys before at an event. Yeah, at the Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention. They're always out at all those great ones, the Comic-Cons.
Fan Expo Vancouver, they were there, I remember. So yeah, that was a good one.
We're going to head back onto the streets and see who Tiffany's talking to now.
Yes, I am here with the Stormtrooper. So cool. What is the best part about being Canadian?
Diversity. You get to be whoever you want, and you get to have everyone accept that and just enjoy being different.
And who do you want to wish a happy Canada Day to?
I want all of my Galactic citizens and all of our loyal Empire supporters to have a great Canada Day.
All right, time for a quick selfie here. Quick one here. Oh. 1 sec. Okay. Selfie, of course. Stormtrooper.
Okay.
Smile. Back to you guys.
Okay.
Who did he wish to? All the people.
Galactic citizens.
Fantastic. Here we have coming up the Grupo Folclórico El Verde Cultural Association, all wearing their traditional Portuguese folklore dress, singing and dancing and just spreading some musical love.
Great to see them still singing and dancing after Portugal's untimely exit in World Cup.
Oh, I don't think we're supposed to bring that up. People keep that on the DL. But yeah, it's their 4th year in the parade, and they always have a good time here. And they love sharing their culture with their fellow Canadians, as we've all got different histories and passes, and we've talked about the multiculturalism in Canada. So maybe we should take a listen. There's some awesome music going on here.
Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Another one of our local sports teams here, Canucks Sports and Entertainment, who have had a very busy off-season. Great to see Finn there working the crowd. He's always out getting the...
He's right here. Oh, my God.
Right here.
We go way back. I work the games on the side. It's good to see you, buddy. Oh, you're smoking a little bit, bro. It's always a lot of fun, and he'll be hanging out with his new buddy Ryan Miller, I guess, in the coming months and weeks. Jeez, he's so much fun. That guy.
Definitely one of the most popular mascots in town, and of course, one of the most popular sports in our country. We're going to talk about what it means to be Canadian.
Hockey, lacrosse, sports, outdoor, fitness, health, life and liberty. Does that about sum it up?
I think so. The Canucks do so much as well. There's the Canucks for Kids Fund. They've rented more than $44 million to charities over the last 28 years.
Guys, can I break in? I'm supposed to give you some trivia here. I'm going to throw this one at you. What are the 2 most multicultural cities in Canada? Toronto, Montreal is an option. Victoria, Toronto is an option. Vancouver, Toronto, or Vancouver and Montreal? Take a guess.
Well, I think if the parade and the smiling faces are any indication, Vancouver is clearly on the list. And just going back to grade 6 geography, I'm going to say Toronto.
It's a safe guess, Joe. You sticking with that?
I'm going to stick with that.
C is the answer. You guys, you've been studying up on these. I feel like I need some harder ones.
Yeah, I think, well, every time we join Tiffany on the street, which we're going to do in just a moment, we've been looking at the answers.
You've been cheating. You've been giving the answers.
Here's Tiffany Gurdon.
Yeah. Oh, look what we found. Finn came to visit you. Now he came to visit me. Finn, Okay. Let's get a selfie. Let's get a selfie with Finn. Ready? Thanks so much. Happy Canada Day.
Here we have the Encore Dance Academy, a dance studio out of Cork, Coquitlam. These gals and young men and women study ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, contemporary musical theater, and acrobatics.
Seen some great moves out there, and like some older and some younger people, so clearly you can get involved whatever your age.
They actually offer adult fitness classes at the studio, but a lot of these young dancers are really quite committed to it and go on to having professional careers that end up dancing on cruise ships, and of course getting involved in a lot of the local theater that we have here, places like Theater Under the Stars, maybe even see them on Barb.
We saw the felines earlier. Maybe they could use some moves to push the Lions on to some victories this season, or in a couple seasons, I guess.
And up we have the Canadian Alliance of Chinese Association, another colorful float, and we have the Dragon Dancers, I believe, Johanna.
Oh, they're going right past us here. This yellow dragon looks pretty vicious and awesome in its display of colors. We're going to see all sorts of stuff coming up behind them, though. We're going to get a flower drum lantern, and the flower drum lantern is the most representative folk dance in East China's Anhui province, and it integrates both dance and song, musical performances by gongs and drums, and it's a small-scale opera program.
One of the fun things about living in Vancouver and getting to appreciate all this different culture, this, of course, Canada Day, big, huge celebration. We talk a lot about Canada Day at Canada Place, but throughout the summer in Chinatown, they also have their big Summer Chinatown Festival that happens, and then, of course, the Chinese New Year Parade that we broadcast here on Shaw TV every year in February.
That was a lot of fun. I wasn't at the Chinese New Year Day Parade, but you guys looked like you had a lot of fun. Tiffany was out there. This is their third year in the parade as well, starting in 2012.
And again, Johanna, more colors and very ornate costumes with this group. I think I saw a panda in the mix. We definitely have a bit of an animal theme.
Oh, I was wondering because, Chinatown has a mascot, Fan, and he is the first Chinatown mascot. They think one of the first Chinatown mascots, at least in North America. So I wasn't sure if that was Fan or if we're going to be seeing him a little bit later.
He may be coming up again, but maybe he'll be making the run a couple of times if he's got some legs on him. Some of those bears, they can move pretty quickly. I live up on the North Shore. We know about bears chasing you down sometimes.
Okay, another one of the great examples of just, the depth of our community and all these people getting together, coming together. They have to coordinate the outfits that they're going to be wearing. They have to coordinate the activities they'll be doing here in the parade. They have to coordinate all of their schedules. And when you look at, some of these parade entries that last city blocks, it's really impressive.
And it's great to see the commitment of all the young people, right? Celebrating their traditional heritage, but also their, Canadian roots and just being patriotic for their new home or the country we call Canada.
And we mentioned earlier, a lot of people become Canadian citizens, especially on Canada Day, but throughout the year. Approximately 2,300 people became new Canadian citizens today.
That's a good number of Canadians. I got to find out where the after party is.
I think it's at Canada Day at Canada Place. I believe the fireworks kick in at 10:30.
Yeah, the Coast Capital Fireworks Show is on at 10:30 tonight, and there's a Hudson Bay viewing zone for families where you can get tickets, listen to a live band, and be close to washrooms, which is important for families.
That is always important. A great seat here, as we've said, and also a great seat when you're joining the parade from the street. Here's Tiffany.
And yes, we're enjoying beautiful dress, by the way. Very, very festive for Canada. What is the best part about being Canadian?
Freedom and sunshine.
And who do you want to wish a happy Canada Day to?
My family.
Of course, family. And can we get a quick little selfie before you leave?
Because that's
okay.
my dancing team.
Oh, yeah?
So I like my dancing team. So all the members like a family. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's get a picture for them. Okay, ready? Smile. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
Guys, I want to throw some more trivia your way. Here's a fun one. Do you know what Canada's national sport is?
I know.
Okay.
I finally have one.
Let me throw
It's
it.
lacrosse.
Lacrosse? Are you going to guess before I even throw out the options?
Yeah.
No, she said that with so much enthusiasm. It must be right.
I'll give you some options for the folks at home. Hockey, lacrosse, curling, none of the above, or could it be two of the above?
It's lacrosse.
Lacrosse. And you're saying lacrosse?
Lacrosse with a side of hockey.
I finally Oh, you said a side of hockey. Okay, you're right. You won it at the last second. Lacrosse has been the national sport for quite some time. Hockey recently added to that as well. For obvious reasons, when you think of how many people spent their morning watching certain television networks as NHL free agents were signed.
And isn't it true, though, talking sports, didn't a Canadian invent basketball?
Yes.
Mr. Naismith, who was a professor down at a university in the States, and he hauled out some peach buckets underneath. And I remember there's a great Canadian commercial telling the story. Is this some kind of
Those
Canadian
history
joke,
moments.
sir?
Yeah.
From Heritage Canada. Yeah.
There you go. So
This year the Toronto Raptors finally did well, so things are looking up for basketball in Canada.
since the Vince Carter days, yes, we're seeing some hope in Toronto. Maybe we'll get a team back in Vancouver. I'd love to see that. As I mentioned, Super Grizz earlier was one of my heroes as a young boy.
Still more from the Canadian Alliance of Chinese Associations. And such a strong community here in Vancouver and all over the Lower Mainland.
Everyone looks so youthful. I mean, to be involved with this and to celebrate your culture clearly is good for your health, because these people are out here on a hot day, walking the parade route for us, and no one's missing a beat, right?
Parade starts at Georgia and Broughton Streets, winds its way along Georgia Street, which is where we are, outside of the Coast Capital Bank, and then it turns down Burrard Street and takes itself right down to Canada Place.
Back just in time for the fireworks extravaganza at 10:30. There's two barges this year, so it's really great. You can see it pretty much all along the seawall, all the way up to the 12 o'clock gun.
And you guys have an app as well, so people can get tapped into all that stuff. You've been working on that for a few years at the Port?
Yeah, the Port Metro Van app, free download for Google or for iOS devices, and you can actually play the soundtrack yourself this year. So start watching at 10:29, click play, and if you're out on a boat, canoe, or on a bicycle, you can still hear the soundtrack.
And of course, as we said, broadcast live here on Shaw TV. If you happen to miss it at 10:30, it does get rebroadcast again on our channel, and then you'll be able to watch it online down the road.
Well, we're again seeing Canada Nui Folk Association. What they said, they told us beforehand, what makes you proud to be a Canadian? Canada is a free, strong, democratic country. It's the best place to live for immigrants from all over the world, and they're proud to show that they are part of Canada, and will do their best to make Canada a better place together with those of us who have been here for our whole lives. And it's just, it's a big team effort, Team Canada we got going on here.
For a number of generations. My family, on my mom's side of the family, my grandfather immigrated here from Iceland. So my mom was born here, but I mean, it's not that many generations ago. So yeah, it does, make you really appreciate it. What about you? What's your heritage?
Well, Scotsman, both grandfathers, but I also have a bit of English and some French-Canadian roots that have been here for 400 years or so.
Trevor?
German and Polish for me, so a little bit of Eastern Europe.
And I've got a little bit of native mixed in there with the French explorer. Just not
so
enough that I can really.
everything.
I want to claim it, but
Yes.
I'll have to find out the exact percentage.
So German, Polish. So what would a typical traditional meal in your family be?
Oh, well, we got the sauerkraut and the pierogies. I was just at a great Polish wedding out in Toronto, and no pierogies went to waste.
We've got some dancers here this year with the Vancouver Aquarium's float, celebrating their biggest expansion in the history. It's been a huge expansion. They have their over 50,000 aquatic creatures, along with their sea otters and the penguins. Now have some fancy new digs.
Look at those jellyfish. I'm loving that.
Dancing jellyfish.
Those are cool. Port Metro Vancouver is really proud, actually, to sponsor the Marine Mammal Rescue Center at Vancouver Aquarium. And actually, we've just launched Port Talk TV this year, Port TV. So it's our own sort of YouTube and Facebook programming channel. And you can actually check out a little mission that we took to the Marine Mammal Rescue Center in one of the episodes still to come.
Very nice. And the mascot here, anyone? We're naming mascots. We haven't been doing very great on that so far. I'm looking down. I'm going to find them.
Guys,
I have no cheat sheets.
Going to throw out another trivia question, if you don't mind. Here we go. When did O Canada officially become the national anthem of our country? This is a tough one, I think.
Oh, it's nice to have this prompt on the screen. I know it's not that long ago.
1880, 1920, 1950, or 1980?
I'm going to go with 1980.
Right. Joe, any guesses?
I'm just moving on with the dancing, so you can tell us because I want to hear this song.
It's 1980. New song coming up down the road. I don't think this is the new Canadian national anthem, but it is rocking.
Oh, so we've got this awesome Vancouver float here, and we've got details about that in a minute. But first, we're going to check in with Tiffany, who's chatting with the folks from the aquarium.
Yes, I am, and we've got an octopus here?
Yes, an octopus.
Excellent. Now, for you, what is the best part about being Canadian?
The diversity, multiculturalism.
And of course, octopus, right?
Yeah, an octopus, of course.
Who do you want to wish a happy Canada Day to?
My family back east in Montreal.
Wonderful. A quick selfie with the octopus?
Sorry?
Can we get a quick selfie with the octopus?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Get in here. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
It is a party on the street. The folks from Vancouver, now these are dancers from Mexico, El Salvador, Colombia, Peru, Brazil, and more. And it's not just today that they are partying. They know how to have a good time. And this weekend is the Carnival del Sol, happening July 5th and 6th, 4 blocks of Granville Street.
It sounds like a good time. I heard there was over 100,000 people there last year, and the candidate parade will be the invitation for people to see an example of what exactly, this looks like a good time.
It's so much fun. And you know, they're really, of course, the soccer, maybe noticed a little soccer tournament that's been going on, so they're going to have a mini one down there on the street. There's all kind of food and music, and really the big thing is just dancing and celebrating.
Okay, I'm going to try this out. Feliz Canada Day todos los Latinos en Vancouver.
Nice.
Wow.
Well done. Also want to say thanks to Vancouver because they gave us a little shout out before the parade. This is their second year participating. They said, hola, amigas. And they were looking forward to seeing us. And it's always nice to have that interaction.
Hola. That's all I know.
That's pretty good.
I did my best. Yeah. I got that from watching Nacho Libre.
Here we have the Circus West Performing Arts Society.
Many unicycles. What do you call a pack of unicycles?
What do you call a pack of unicycles?
We better ask them.
That's what should have been on this trivia we've been doing.
The kids from Circus West Performing Arts Society are riding unicycles, and they're waving their flags, and they're celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. They do a variety of programs for kids and adults, people of all ages, and they do summer camps through the summer, so look out for that on their website. They teach people how to do these various things from the circus. We had a story on Go Vancouver about them. And it looked really difficult, but people go in, they sign up, and by the end of it, they're a regular circus act.
You guys, I think I just saw Fan Fan.
Fan Van.
Van Van, the world's very first Chinatown mascot.
Oh, there. Okay, different
there
panda bear. They look similar, but
similar,
they're not the same.
Because this, yeah, world's very first. And this year he's joined with his friends from Anime Revolution and the Lion Dance from King of Fun Athletic Group.
Very cool. Oh, and the kids are loving this. More people than Tiffany grabbing selfies, I think, with this one.
Yeah.
And it's their first year. No, they participated in the Canada Day Parade since the first year.
Since
I misread
very
that.
first year, yeah.
Wow.
This year's Chinatown Festival is coming up August 9th and 10th. Another chance to celebrate.
Another one of those great festivals. One of the things in our town, there's always so much food and music and entertainment. And see the gals there from the Anime Revolution.
Talking about people building their costumes for the Star Wars display. These people are building these together. I have a few friends that go to this event. They put in so much heart into these various developments.
Moment here to watch the King Fung Athletic Group do their traditional lion dance. Have either of you ever tried lion dancing before?
No, have you?
I have tried it on the show before. One of the things, Go Vancouver, we're so lucky we get to try so many different things in the community. Traditionally, it's not a dance for women, but I did get to try it one year in honor of Chinese New Year, and it takes a lot of effort. I mean, it takes a lot of physical ability to be able to do that, and it's quite acrobatic.
I don't think I would do well at that. I'm not super acrobatic. I might have to work my way up with the unicycle first.
Yeah, okay, we'll send you to Circus West, and then you can do the line dancing.
Just got to say, you got the coolest job, Johanna.
I know. Well, today we have a pretty cool job today, I'd say.
It's
but
not
yeah.
a bad spot to be sitting for the parade and this party coming up afterwards with the fireworks. I'm just going to wander down there. It's a good day.
It is true. And that's one of the really amazing things for us as part of Go Vancouver is a lot of the groups that we see come through here we have had on the show. As Paul mentioned, even Allie Milner, who performed today, Canada Day, Canada Place, with your weekly music series. And then a lot of these community groups, Vancouver we've worked with over the years. We go to a lot of these other festivals, like the Caribbean Festival in the summertime. Folk Fest is coming up. We just participated with Jazz Festival and the Dragon Boat Festival.
People need to be watching Shaw TV 24/7, basically, because if you want to know what's going on in this city, we are there.
That's true. If you want to party, we're there. If you want to meet people making a difference, we are there. A lot of amazing people in our town, like this group, Developmental Disabilities Association.
Yeah, this organization provides services to families in Vancouver and Richmond. They're demonstrating some of their donation boxes there, so you can be 100% sure that your donations are going to benefit individuals with developmental difficulties.
I love that. Got stuff you don't want? They'll take it. Good excuse to do a little summer cleaning.
Yeah, spring cleaning and do some good as well. And we all know in Vancouver, maybe we don't have as much space as we need, so help everyone out.
You have to clear some room in the closet so that you can amass your beautiful collection of Middle Eastern dancewear.
I will get right on that after we're finished here at the parade, and we'll go shopping, I guess.
Here they are, meet of the Middle Eastern Dance Association. We actually had them on Go Vancouver recently, a great story by Tim Chung, one of our reporters. They do various styles of Middle Eastern dance, everything from traditional belly dance to fusion and, as they say, beyond. And that could be things like improvised tribal style, Egyptian cabaret, folkloric fusion.
Now, one of their goals is just to increase the understanding, appreciation of these different dance styles, and you can see there's all sorts of folks signed up for this. They're not necessarily from one particular place in the world. It's everybody going in, enjoying these lessons and coming out, and as you can see, they're well beyond the lessons. These are all high-level entertainers, and the crowd's loving it.
One of the questions we talked to the groups before they participate in it with these guys, what makes you proud to be Canadian? Wide open spaces, big clouds, snow, and diversity. With this next group, we asked them, they said it's an honor to be a Canadian citizen and live in this peaceful, democratic country.
Yes, the Canadian-Iranian Foundation. Between 150 and 200 people are walking along with the banner here, dancing to Iranian folk music, I've been told. This is pretty hopping for folk music. I'm liking it's like a remix on some, maybe if we got some Dan Mangan and some, electronic.
Not just the folk music, of course, we have the belly dancers as well, and that's who Tiffany's chatting with, maybe trying out a move.
Oh, not trying out a move, but enjoying this beautiful fabric, gorgeous outfit. What is the best part about being Canadian?
Canada is such a beautiful country. We have trees, we have the water, we have mountains, we have so many great opportunities, freedom, so much more.
So many great things, so many great things. Who do you want to say Happy Canada?
Great Canada Day Parade!
Who do you want to say Happy Canada Day to?
My family. My kids are in the van. I better go catch up to them.
All right, but quick, first a selfie quickly.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Loving the pipes coming through with the Canadian-Iranian Foundation there at the end. That was really nice.
And that's a cool shot there. You can just see all the people on the streets amassed for the parade and then moving through, heading down to Canada Place for the festivities afterwards. Now, this is an interesting group, the UBC Faculty of Medicine. Not what you would first think you would see in a parade, and I'm just so happy that they took the time to come out and let us share that they train almost 300 new doctors every year.
Wow, they're feeding into the entire province. Their goal is to fulfill the entire need that we have because you need doctors, and it's fun to see them like this, though. They come out, they have a good time. They're enthusiastic medical students, and the faculty members today just want to share their spirit for Canada Day. And there's some hopping going on amongst some of them, so
I like it.
Well-spirited doctors. I like the doctors with a sense of humor and a sense of fun.
Their first time participating in the Canada Day Parade.
Now we
this
have
next
the UBC.
Group?
Yeah, the group from UBC, another group from UBC, the UTSAV Indian Students Association, celebrating South Asian culture, which is a huge part of life in Vancouver. Everyone loves some Bollywood dancing and a little bit of energy, so they're hopping right to it. No need to walk the parade route today. We're just going to dance it. This group was founded in 1980, and it's actually one of the biggest student-run clubs at UBC. you can probably see why. I don't think all of them get out of the library and cut a rug like this, so I'd be signing up if I was still a student.
That would be fun, though, if you did that in the library. You just started a dance party.
More from UBC here. I don't need to name who they are, but we will. This, of course, the cheerleading group, the UBC cheerleaders, doing some stunts there. I think we may get to see another one in a moment.
We're seeing throwing stunts, basket tosses, and they're saying we might even see some tumbling today.
Yeah, we're hoping to see that.
We got one example there. They're probably going to throw some folks around here in a second. Whoa, there we go. Jeez.
Yes.
Amazing. And the crowd goes wild, as they should.
And he saved his pants from going down there at the end. That's the main trick when you're cheerleading, I've heard.
The group says that the Canada Day Parade presented by Port Metro Vancouver is one of the highlights of their season. They're pretty high all the time, so they must have a lot of highlights.
And they're encouraging more and more people to get involved in cheerleading. Dozens of teams across the Lower Mainland, and lots of ages getting involved with that. I know down in South Surrey, I just passed by a school the other day. Didn't know it was there, grew up down there, it's brand new. They're teaching lots of youngsters how to get into cheerleading.
So I've asked you guys already. I know you participated then in hockey. You were saying as a youngster, Paul, were you a cheerleader?
I did a lot of street hockey, and I wasn't very good, so I was on the bench or on the side of the road a lot of the time, and I did some sort of cheerleading from there, I guess you could say.
Is that where you got a bit of experience announcing, Paul? You've got a...
Yeah, I had to call the game. I wasn't good enough to play in the game, so, you know. Coming up next, or right here, right now, the Ukrainian National Youth Federation is coming through the Vancouver branch in particular. This parade entry showcases the Ukrainian community in Vancouver through national costumes, dancers, songs, and local leaders. And included in the enter are the Rosen brothers, who are two cinematographers from Kiev who plan on showcasing documentaries about Ukraine's revolution all over Canada very soon.
Yeah, this group has been bringing Canadian-Ukrainian youth together since 1932. And their first year in our parade, but yeah, the group itself has been together since 1932.
Very cool.
Here we've got the Kidney Foundation of Canada promoting their Kidney Moves Kidney Walk that's coming up. They've got about 50 or 60 volunteers out today waving the flags and reminding us about these walks that are happening right across the country. 25 different communities, 25 communities across BC. And this is kind of the kickoff to that, and participants can get involved. They can walk, they can run, they can bike, or they can even paddle.
It's the 50th anniversary for the Kidney Foundation this year, so congratulations for all your great work.
Their third year participating in the Canada Day Parade. And here's someone who is no stranger to a parade.
All right, I've been practicing all day for this. It's Freddie Fuddpucker. These guys know how to have a great time. His Rolling Clones are a ragtag group of misfits, and they're here in all their splendor.
Let's have a listen.
Canada Day has been a tradition for this group since 1978. They wouldn't miss it for anything, and they look like they've got plenty going on.
Yeah, they've been doing it for 3 years in Vancouver, but they've been doing it since 78 all across the Lower. Don't want to talk over Freddie there. He's got some pipes on him.
I love the enthusiasm.
And the swimsuits in his compliment there. We got some great costumes going on.
A good swimsuit t-shirt never hurts anybody.
So the group can range from 10 to 30. So if anyone can do a quick count there, I think we might be cracking 30 this year.
They're based out of North Vancouver, and they performed a lot in the Canada Day Parade that happens over there for the past 36 years. And Tiffany's chatting with the wild man himself.
Yeah, we've got Fuddpucker himself. Yes, well, yeah, I will be careful. Now, you guys got a great get up, great know how to party. What is the best part about being Canadian?
Best part about being Canadian is being able to do things like this when we want, how we want, and where we want. You can go anywhere and play and be yourself.
Awesome. Can we get a quick selfie before you go?
A quick what?
Selfie. Ready?
Sure.
Okay. Smile. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
So fun. They've been participating in the Vancouver Canada Day Parade for 3 years, always a treat, along with all these other just dance groups. Paul, I know you're going to want to talk about these guys. The Royal Scottish Country Dance Society.
Hi, the Royal Scottish Country Dance Society. I should probably not even try the accent for fear of offending our actual Scottish viewers at home, but they've got a large group of Scottish country dancers dressed in their tartans, dancing in the street to lively Scottish music, and the Scottish heritage of many Canadians is clear in their Scottish names. Maybe McClellan, you noticed a wee bit from me, and my mother was a McPhail. Also, the viewers will see a lot of the dancers here are not necessarily of Scottish descent. They're from all over the world. As I said earlier with some of the other groups, it's cool to see these different cultures coming together, different people getting involved in different things. Again, to bring up my mom, because she's great and all, she wants to start doing this the other day. So I fully encourage, I know you're watching at home, Mom. Look at these folks. You could be in there with them next year. I'm looking forward to seeing you
I
at the
think that
parade.
you've participated in a little bit of dancing. I mean, was that...
I'm a fan of the
you're
Ceilidh
a
dancing.
Square dancer. That's your kind of dancing.
Well, square dancing's great, but Ceilidh dancing is like the square dance equivalent over in Scotland. So I could talk about this for hours. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, we have this Garificium Society of Production. Another very colorful group. I'm trying to spot the Pink Knight and what they might represent up front. Again, this looks like another group that just wants to bring the joy and celebrate the diversity and excitement that they have for the country.
They're a group of Chinese-speaking Christians doing performing arts as an organization. Happy to be celebrating here on Canada Day with us. And they've been serving the community and local churches for over 18 years.
Here we have the Ackland Anti-Atihan Association of BC, celebrating our rich Filipino culture. Very big culture here in BC, especially here in Vancouver. Love the energy here and the enthusiasm. Look at that smile.
The organization has their own festival here in January in Vancouver.
And all the costumes you're seeing are made from indigenous materials, and they're dancing to the beats of the drums. Much in tradition. Let's maybe listen in on this. It's pretty loud. They're always doing a good job of increasing knowledge regarding Filipino culture around Vancouver.
They're glad to be back for a second year, and I bet the hundreds of thousands of fans lining the parade route are glad to see them as well. Some of the most unique costumes we've seen and just colorful flair.
Following up, we have the Taiwanese Canadian Cultural Society.
Now, Taiwanese folklore character Sam Tai Zu, a cheerful god who brought brightness, happiness, and positive spirit to the people, will lead this parade team, and followed by some Taiwanese Aboriginal folk dancers and drummers.
Got some members of the organization there doing their part, carrying the sign, and walking along.
And the first Taiwanese folks that came to Vancouver landed during the Second World War, and at the time there was no support for them in place, so the Taiwanese Canadian Cultural Society was established in 1991 to help new immigrants understand and integrate into Canadian society.
Now,
on behalf of the Canada Day Parade, we have to welcome these guys. It's their first time in the parade, and I hope they're enjoying, and we'll be back for more.
And one of the things that we chatted about throughout today's parade is that we talked to these groups beforehand to find out what makes them proud to be Canadian, why they want to participate. This group, it's beautiful. They said the harmony of multiculturalism makes them proud to be Canadian. They take great pride in celebrating our individuality, but at the same time, the unity that all Canadians share with our ideas and our values.
Very beautiful.
Oh, I think we're in for a treat here. You're watching Shaw TV's broadcast of the 6th Annual Canada Day Parade happening in the streets of downtown Vancouver. We're broadcasting from Georgia Street. Following this will be a live broadcast of the fireworks happening at Canada Place.
Can't wait for those fireworks to start. We're still seeing the Taiwanese Canadian Cultural Society pass by. They've got some awesome headgear going on here. Canadian flags aplenty, and some fantastic kids there as well.
So
I think
cute.
here we might have the god I spoke of earlier.
Oh, there he is.
He was at
Yep.
the back. I was told he'd be at the front. That's all right.
He
can
was
go
probably
wherever he
doing
wants.
selfies. He probably got sidetracked.
Tiffany probably got him.
Yeah.
Some Tai Zu, there he is. So make sure you get a little brightness from this fellow, a little happiness, some positivity. Yeah, well, that's why he's being held up. Everybody wants the brightness and positivity.
So do you guys watch the Coast Capital Fireworks Show every year?
Of course.
Where's some great viewing spots?
Well, I would have to say the best viewing spot would be from your couch at home, since we broadcast it live here on Shaw TV. But I think you have a line on, we could debate the second best viewing spot. Yes?
Well, right down at Canada Place is great. Crab Park is a great place to look, and now with 2 barges, pretty much anywhere along the seawall up to Stanley Park, you can get a great view.
Is there still time to get in on like the VIP?
I believe you can still get in onto the Hudson Bay viewing zone. Just go to canadaplace.canadaday or canadaday.canadaplace.ca, and you can probably get into the viewing zone, which is great for families.
Could I throw a trivia question at you guys? Whose face, I know you guys are full of $100 bills, whose face is on the $100 bill? Is it Wilfrid Laurier, John A. MacDonald, William Lyon Mackenzie King, or Robert Borden?
Oh, I'm seeing those 5s with Wilfrid Laurier on them. I think my undefeated streak might come to an end.
You got a guess?
Lifeline?
I want to say Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky is not on the $100 bill. It's Rob
Trevor
Borden.
Linden.
C for Canada?
Prime Minister Rob Borden. I mostly have the Lauriers myself, too. The hundreds are not quite. Maybe Shaw could throw me a couple of those after this parade.
I know what's on a
so
loony.
I know what it is next
a
time.
Loony, yeah.
Well, and the Queen is on the other side of the loony.
It's more what you're finding in my pockets, more of the loonies.
I guess there you go.
You guys, I can see them coming up behind us. One of my favorite groups in the city, the folks from Academy Duello. These are just such an amazing group of people. They're so committed to the art of sword play. It's the largest center for sword play in the world. They have swords people, they have archers, and then they have the what I like to call the umbrella self-defense, but you have the official term.
I believe it's Baritsu. And if you've seen some of the filmed Sherlock Holmes, not the BBC stuff, that's what Sherlock Holmes used. In tight quarters, it's the English gentleman's defense art. So you see some of the swords here. You can also go there, maybe pop on a bowler or a Sherlock Holmes hat, learn how to fight with a cane. I think that's pretty nifty. Oh, wow, they just charged one of the cameras.
They charged our camera.
Oh, no.
I hope he's okay. These guys have an amazing studio down in Gastown. It's really beautiful inside. I mean, I like the energy of it because it's all, you know, the wood beams and the brick walls. They even have a museum in there, and they're really so knowledgeable about the history of this, as well as, you know, keeping it a safe practice and doing it even for fitness.
It's totally a fitness thing. I've been thinking about signing up for one of the classes soon, and you can see them.
And we're going to join Tiffany on the street. I hope she's safe because she's with the Academy Duello folks.
Yeah, I'm here with a guy with a big, big sword, but we share something in common, of course, our love for the nation, Canada. What is the best part about being Canadian?
I'd say being able to go outside and freely do stuff like this, promote sword fighting and otherwise exercising through martial arts.
And of course it's safe, right?
Oh yes, everything's blunt.
And who would you like to say wish a happy Canada Day to?
Who would I like to wish a happy Canada Day to? Everyone in my household, my mom, my dad, thank you for raising me, keeping me alive in such a wonderful country. Thank you kindly.
All right, and a quick selfie before you leave. All right, smile. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Back to you guys.
That is one of the things we've been talking about, hasn't it, Paul? You and I were supposed to take a class at Academy Duello.
We'll work it out. We're just so busy doing all these things, going on Canadian warships and hosting parades. You know, we'll find time
We'll
one day.
find time to do that.
And here we have the Philippine Canadian Cultural Society, once a favorite of the parade. The Ati Atihan Festival has been celebrated for more than 700 years and is one of the main events in the country.
And so this is what we had a group that came through earlier, so a couple different groups all representing the same cultures, talking again about that festival. And again, one of those things is really representing, of course, what we're so proud of on today of all days, the multiculturalism in our community and the diversity.
Now, you want to talk about festivals and fun? The Filipino-Canadian community is supporting and promoting multiculturalism and diversity, and every second Sunday of August they celebrate the Filipino Pinoy Fiesta Day, and it's the biggest Filipino cultural street parade in Canada. This year it falls on August 10th at Memorial South Park, 41st Avenue in Vancouver.
Their third year in the Canada Day Parade. They say they're always proud to join the celebration and to showcase and share their beautiful Filipino culture.
They're very grateful for the way that Canada has embraced their culture, and they're here to express their gratitude.
They've got their seniors group with them as well. And this is, I mean, it's a short parade. It's like a zippy parade, but that's still a trek, and so impressive to see all the people that's coming out and, you know, and taking the walk.
She may have brought gum for everyone.
I'm surprised I made the walk up here from the waterfront after that music this afternoon. So yeah, you're right. This is a...
It's great to see everyone still have so much energy after a full day of celebration at Canada Day at Canada Place, and just before the fireworks. So, you know, Canadians have real endurance when it comes to showing their national pride.
Well, we're known as being a humble people, you know, but the same thing, we take a lot of pride in how awesome Canada is, and I think that that's the good kind of pride to have. It's not like we're showing off to other folks. We're just telling them, hey, we got some awesome stuff going on here, like what's going on behind us today?
It's not bragging if it's true, right, Paul?
Yes, you've got something there.
Some call it arrogance, guys. Some call it confidence. That's what I'd call it. Let's have a listen. We've been talking a lot about what all these groups that are out today celebrating and participating in the 6th annual Canada Day Parade, what it means to them to be Canadian, why they participate. What about you, Trevor? What's it mean to you?
I got to reiterate what everyone says, just the freedom to be yourself. I mean, that's probably one of the best things I took away from today is all these people are unique and they have their own love, but they're not afraid to show it.
Best part about being Canadian? Can hockey be my answer?
It surely can be.
The fact that, yeah, we've got an awesome team in Vancouver, the Vancouver Canucks, and a bunch of junior teams. No, I just love, I don't know, Canada, there's something about the people here. I've done a little bit of world traveling, and everywhere you go, there's kind people, but there's a certain spirit within Canada, and everyone's always so welcoming and warm, I guess.
That's true. And of course, across our great nation, people will say it's friendlier in some places than others. I myself, a West Coaster, I grew up on Vancouver Island. People in Victoria, they are friendly. We smile, we make eye contact on the street. When I first moved to Vancouver, people said, oh, it's not very friendly here. And I have to disagree. I find it to be a very warm and friendly city. I'm really proud to call Vancouver home.
I grew up in the burbs, White Rock, North Vancouver. But every time I come into Vancouver, yeah, there's not really a big city feel here that's intimidating. I don't know, BC, maybe we're just laid back, but everywhere I've been in Canada has been like that.
Yeah, and I can kind of speak as a transplant from up the way in Calgary, but I made Vancouver my home for the last 6 years, and people are just as friendly here as they are up the way in Calgary, where there'll be the Calgary Parade, Calgary Stampede Parade next week.
Stampede, are you getting your yeehaw on for that?
I am. I've already had, you know, all the blisters pre-treated on my feet, so I should be all right.
Well, maybe I'll pick up a cowboy hat. I've never gone to Stampede, but that's on my bucket list for sure. I've heard amazing things.
I went to Stampede. I've been one time, and I went for the 100th, and it was quite a party. I say get red cowboy boots if you're going to go.
Okay. But Vancouver's good for a party, too, as we're experiencing right now.
It's interesting because, again, that the language that we hear or the comments that you heard about it being a no-fun city, we've had this amazing parade. There was a big festival down in Canada Day, Canada Place, that continues with the fireworks. So many of these groups that have come through have talked about these other festivals coming up. The Chinatown Festival, Carnival del Sol this weekend. Caribbean Days is coming up.
Well, and even just up the road, I'm a music guy. I'm looking forward to Pemberton and Squamish Music Festivals, Folk Fest. If anybody thinks this is a no-fun city and there's nothing to do, just send me a tweet. I'll give them a few ideas.
Just watch Go Vancouver or have a listen to this. You Are My Sunshine?
I think you nailed that one, yes.
With those drums, we know how everyone's been keeping their energy up along the parade route.
How much I love it.
Oh, that's great.
Please don't take my sunshine. Oh, that was the William Shatner version, sorry.
There's a good mantra for this summer we've been having in Vancouver. Amazing weather to get outside and enjoy it, and hopefully it just holds up for another couple months.
Enjoy it until the rain comes along.
Here we have the Sports Car Club of BC. They're a road racing club. They compete in closed circuit competition road racing at Mission Raceway in Mission. Paul, you just did a story from there recently.
I have been out to the Mission Raceway. There's a lot of great tracks in British Columbia, I should say, and it's really cool because you can go and they provide a one-of-a-kind of experience where people can learn how to race. You can race with them, you can do the driver training, and you can become a skilled competitive driver well, qualifying for the novice race license. You can actually get out there. I would be too scared, I think. Cars going fast. I love it and hate it, and it gives me those butterflies in my stomach.
Access that need for speed in a safe way. Most of the motorsport events run from April through to October, rain or shine, as we were just speaking about.
And Paul, you don't just have to have a need for speed. They say you can also volunteer trackside and help the racing go down safely.
That's more my speed. Maybe I could be the announcer at the track. I'd be okay with that. I'd be so excited for that. You hear that? That's what my little Suzuki sounds like every morning. No, it doesn't.
And just so everyone is aware, so many people that participate in the Canada Day Parade, many people you're not seeing, but there are parade volunteers along the route, keeping everybody safe from the vehicles that are moving along. And
what was that you're saying, Joe?
And our camera guys that are on the road as these cars speed by.
It's all very safe. It's all very safe. This is the oldest sports car club in Canada. Mouthful there, and among the oldest on the continent, which is really cool that Mission's got that going on for them. Yeah, they were here last year and they're back again this year. And oh, look at the cars they've got. Such pretty pieces of machinery.
Johanna, you mentioned the volunteers, and I know they make Canada Day a Canada Place go around as well. So I have to say thank you from Port Metro Vancouver to the hundreds of volunteers that braved the heat and made sure everyone had their flag, their program, and maybe a sip of water.
And if someone wants to volunteer for next year and get involved in that program, I'm sure all the information's on the website. Any special needs that you're looking for from people, or is it just open to anyone?
Open to anyone with some energy and pride in Canada. We love to have sort of a multicultural mix because that's the clientele that comes down as well on Canada Day. So good chance to connect with your neighbors and use your second language if you have that gift.
Well, one of the interesting things, I was down at Canada Place the other day chatting with you guys about all the festivities happening, and noticed that there's a table out front giving information, so people are every day they can go down there and talk to. Now, a lot of the people that are volunteering for the summer or co-op jobbing for the summer working with the port.
Yeah, we're lucky to have our community relations staff who are out in the community. I think last year we were at over 500 community engagement events, and there's probably at least another 30 scheduled for this summer in our Port Metro Van app.
And should mention too, congratulations to Fly Over Canada, celebrating their first anniversary just a couple days ago. If you haven't had a chance, the three of us can attest to it. Go and see that show. It's this really cool 4D adventure flying ride. You get to travel 6,000 kilometers coast to coast across our country in just 8 minutes.
I think I've done it about 7 or 8 times already. It's worth going back again and again and again.
It really is. And one of the interesting things I found out, I guess, when they brought it into Canada Place, expecting it was going to be really a draw for tourists, and then really pleasantly surprised at the number of locals that have been coming out and really embracing it. So just one of those ways that just, I get shivers every time I see it.
Now, coming up next year is the Royal Thai Consulate General from Vancouver. Thai people have come together to celebrate Canada's birthday, with the rich heritage of their Thai community. And the parade participants in Thai costumes are going to be performing Thai dances here for us. Thailand and Canada have had a long diplomatic relationship for more than half a century. And here come the dancers. Maybe we'll take a little look at them and a little listen to them. Popular location for people to go on vacation. Have either of you guys done that? I know a lot of my friends have gone. No?
I have never been.
On my list, haven't made it
It's on
yet.
my list, though. I wanted to get some first-hand examples, but people say it's a beautiful country, beautiful people that are just very, as we said with Canadians, very kind and welcoming. So these folks from Thailand are now in Canada and sharing their culture with us. It's a great honor to hear some of the traditional music, see some of the traditional dancing, and it's really a Thai experience. It's fun in Vancouver. You can experience so many places from around the world. This is like a piece of Thailand just dropped down in the middle of the city, and I love that.
Especially if you enjoy eating out as I do, because there are so many great Thai restaurants in Vancouver and different restaurants. But I would say I have a favorite Thai restaurant. I live in the West End, the one on Davie Street, Tita Thai. best pad thai in town.
Wow, you gave them the shout out. Maybe we can get some free dinner out of it.
Yeah.
Not looking for free dinner, just saying. Great, and it's family run, and that's one of the really wonderful things too about so many of the different restaurants in town, or whether we're talking, different local businesses.
I'm a lover of Thai food. Favorite dish? Anything?
I'm boring. I like pad thai.
I like tom yum soup.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I like a basic like red curry with some tofu or some chicken in there, but everything I've ever had at a Thai food restaurant is amazing. So, well, let's not talk about food. I could talk about that for a while. The Royal Thai Consulate General represents the government of Thailand in Canada's western provinces, and they're here to promote relations between Canada and Thailand, especially tourism, trade, investment, stuff like that. And this group of folks that came out with them today are very happy to be sharing their colors and costumes. And I'm loving this. We've got the gold headgear. I don't know. There we go. I don't know. I like the tiaras. I like the headgear. What's going on here? I'm a jock, I thought.
It's okay. You're a costume guy as well.
Costume guy, Comic-Con.
So earlier I asked Trevor, we were talking about our personal family heritage, any like traditional dishes in his family. What about you, Paul? Anything, no sauerkraut in your house? Or
a wee spot of haggis, perhaps?
Oh.
Have you been to Gung Haggis Fat Choi? Talking about multicultural stuff in Vancouver, I've gotten to cover it before for the show.
Right there, yes.
Go for the dinner. They fuse Chinese food and Scottish food, and it is honestly one of the most amazing. They had dumplings made with haggis. It was so good.
Falls near Robbie Burns Day and Chinese New Year every year. So that gentleman's been putting it on year after year. It's such a popular event. And again, just a testament again to that commitment of the people in our community. They're really into supporting and promoting culture in a fun way.
Toddish McWong is what he goes by. Todd Wong. He's got the yellow kilt because Wong means yellow in Mandarin, I believe. So it's really cool how he's been able to fuse the two events and the love of both cultures, much as we're fusing so many cultures here today. But yeah, haggis. I don't know what else. Is there anything else? Iron Brew, if anybody's been to Scotland, those are the two best, yeah.
Seeing more again from the Thai Dramatic Arts and Cultural Association of BC. Represented with a number of dancers. You can see the beautiful spinning parasols there as they crisscross their lines. They also have a float with the flower and a woman inside the flower. And again, very ornate traditional outfits that they have, and just the beautiful flowers in the hair.
Just think about the work that's gone into creating these costumes, creating these floats throughout the evening tonight. It's just fantastic, the effort that people put in, and you can see it on the faces of the kids that are here lining the streets. It is just such an enjoyable experience and worth all the time they put into it.
And we expect that as this parade continues, winds its way across Georgia Street here, turns down Burrard, heads down to Canada Place, then that will be really neat too, because you'll have all the people down there, the sea of red and white, getting ready for the fireworks, but then mixed in with all the people that participated in the parade.
Yeah, and it turns into just a celebration, right? You get to mix in with all these colorful folks just before the fireworks start, and now that it's the 6th year, I think they have the timing nailed just right. So it just drops you off, lets you catch your breath, lets you enjoy the sunset and get ready for the fireworks show.
And as we mentioned, fireworks broadcast live here on Shaw TV starting at 10:30. There's also a mobile app you can get where you'll be able to sync up the music.
Yeah, the Port Metro Van app. Just go to the Coast Capital Savings Fireworks Show event within the app and watch to click when you see the first burst of light, and you're carrying, we call it being the music maestro. You carry the soundtrack right in your pocket.
Have a look at these guys, the Yayoi Theater Movement Society. They've got a little portable shrine up there that's commonly used in Japanese local festivals. They call them mini jashi, or as I said, portable shrine.
All the participants dressed in traditional Japanese summer yukatas. Working on my Japanese right now, folks, and they'll dance. They're dancing a traditional festival dance, or it's called a bon odori.
Look at the energy surrounding these folks. Again, carrying them along here and just really getting the energy of the crowd up as we near the end of the 6th annual Canada Day Parade.
And I gotta say, you guys must be incredibly popular with your shows on Shaw. We've had tons of people waving at you. It's like your own attraction here in the parade.
Well, it is. It's actually really fun to be down here. We're right on the street, so as you can see, the parade moving in behind us. So many people walking around the street, stopping to take pictures, and yeah, I guess you get to feel like a little bit of a celebrity today. Although you never know if they're taking pictures of us or it's actually they're just trying to get past us to the cool shrine.
I think it's more the shrine and everything else has gone by. But you definitely have a following, Joe. It's not us. It's you, definitely. The star of the show. Go Vancouver, tune in to catch a view of me every now and again.
Pretty nice,
but mostly her.
Trevor's been on the show a few times as well. We always have such a good time promoting Canada Day at Canada Place. It is such a big event. If you didn't get a chance to participate in it this year, you can watch highlights of it on our show, Go Vancouver. Check out our YouTube channel. As we mentioned, the fireworks are happening at 10:30, broadcast live here on Shaw TV, and it really is just a huge effort by everybody at Canada Place in Port Metro Vancouver.
Yeah, it's a huge party to host, but we're glad to do it, and we're glad to have over 300,000 people celebrate with us every year.
I wanted to throw in too, if people are watching tonight live, it's great because maybe you want to watch it again. You can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Go Vancouver on Shaw TV, and watch the whole parade again and again and again, because of course you want to hear our commentary to go with it. But maybe you had a nephew or niece, a son or a daughter, somebody you love, somebody you know in this parade. You can watch it as many times as you want. Post it on Facebook, tweet it out there, throw it out in the blogosphere, promote it. We're getting pretty close to the end of the parade here. Maybe I'll throw you guys one more. I've got a couple trivia questions left, and I don't want them to go to waste. Do you guys know, where does the word Canada come from? Okay, I'll give you a couple options here. As far as the European explorers that sort of put that stamp on it, is it Jacques Cartier, Samuel de Champlain, Jean Nicolet, or, well, Captain Vancouver?
I always thought it was Kanata with the K.
Well, that's, yeah, it comes from a
village.
native term, but which European explorer put the stamp on, I guess, and took that from the native language and let it stick? Any guesses? No? Cartier, Champlain, Nicolet, Vancouver, nothing? All right, folks at home, final answer.
Help us out, folks at home.
Jacques Cartier, and it was. Canada was used along the St. Lawrence, the Iroquois people in Quebec. In the 16th century, it does mean village, and he thought, I think they were saying the name of the country, but it was just like, hey, this is the village. But you know what? The village is a pretty good name for a country when it comes down to it.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, you guys, we are getting near to the end of the 6th Annual Canada Day Parade. You can feel the party here. You can hear the party. You can see the party. I'd like to take a moment on behalf of all of us, Paul McClellan, Trevor Jurgens, and myself, Johanna Ward, to say a huge thank you to our crew that worked through the heat today to do this setup for us, that have been working with us, and all the volunteers at Shaw TV that help make our community television happen each and every day. On behalf of all of us at Shaw Television, Tiffany Gurdon, Johanna Ward, Trevor Jurgens, Paul McClellan, Happy Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day, folks!
Thanks for watching.